thing you want when you go out to eat is to get sick to your stomach.
Nobody wants that. That's why you need to know who's keeping a clean kitchen and who needs some work. Here's Jason Berry with this week's all-new Dirty Dining report.
Chemical spray bottles not labeled, cheese kept past its discard date. That's just a taste of the violations inspectors uncovered at Valley restaurants this week. The Asiana Market off Southern and Dobson and Mesa. 3 major health code violations. A hand sink blocked by a screwdriver and styrofoam trays. Ready-to-eat food stored below raw beef. Multiple chemical spray bottles not labeled. The Renaissance Phoenix Downtown Hotel off Central and Adams in downtown Phoenix. 3 violations. Cheese and brisket kept past their discard date. Fruit and breakfast meats not kept cold enough. Cooked sausage not kept hot enough. Skip and Jan's Sports Bar on Warner Road off McQueen and Gilbert. 3 violations. No paper towels at a hand wash sink. Lettuce with orange slimy discolorization. A refrigerator not cold enough. DeFalco's Italian Grocery and Deli on Scottsdale Road off Oak in Scottsdale. 3 violations. An open package of bacon stored over deli meats. Cooked meatballs not cooling properly. Egg salad and chicken salad not kept to the proper temperature. And the place with the most health code violations? The Super Carniceria La Hereford on 7th Street near Dunlap in Phoenix. 4 major violations. A container of raw beef stored over salsa and eggs. Cheese and ham not stored at the proper temperature. A plastic cup submerged in sour cream. And food and debris throughout the establishment. The place is now on notice to clean up or could face legal action. Jason Berry for Arizona's Family.
All right, here are the spots that got a perfect health inspection score. These are places on our Dean's List. We begin with First Watch at 39th Avenue and Happy Valley in Glendale, Enchiladas at Dreamy Draw and Morton Avenue in Phoenix, and the Burger King at Wrecker and McKellips Roads in Mesa.
Buckeye Elementary School at 7th Street in Monroe in Buckeye is doing well. Always love to give the school cafeterias a shout out, right? Starbucks at Cave Creek and Tatum in Cave Creek. Restaurante Giuseppe at Scottsdale and Thunderbird in Scottsdale as well.